promise at Silver Creek. The morning sun rose slowly over Silver Creek, spilling gold across the quiet town as Sheriff Caleb Hart stepped out of his office. Peace had finally returned after the confrontation with outlaw Colt Maddox, and for the first time in months, Caleb felt hope shaped like Rosalie Quinn, the mayor's daughter who had risked everything to save him. But peace in the West never lasted long. Rosalie arrived at the sheriff's office with a basket of biscuits, her smile soft and bright. Caleb had barely opened his mouth to thank her when a rider thundered into town, dust swirling behind him like smoke. "Sheriff, you best come quick," the man shouted. "They're saying Dawson Briggs broke out o' Lockridge prison." Caleb stiffened. Briggs wasn't just an outlaw. He was the man who had once run Silver Creek with a merciless hand. The man Caleb testified against 5 years ago. His escape meant only one thing. He was coming back. Caleb met Rosalie's worried gaze. "I'll handle it," he said, though fear twisted in his chest. That night, as the town gathered for the weekly social, the soft glow of lanterns filled the square. Caleb scanned the crowd, staying alert, but Rosalie's warm presence kept pulling him in. They danced slowly beneath the string lights, her head resting against his shoulder. "You don't always have to carry the weight alone," she whispered. He kissed her forehead. "If Briggs returns, he'll come for me first." "And for me," she said quietly. "You're not the only one he has a grudge against." Caleb frowned. "Why you?" Rosalie hesitated. "My father refused Briggs a pardon, and Briggs swore he'd burn everything he loved." She looked up. "We'll face it together, Caleb." He didn't answer, but he didn't let go of her hand, either. At dawn, a gunshot echoed across the valley. Caleb raced outside to find a note pinned to the sheriff's office door by a knife. "Sunset at Silver Creek Bridge. Come alone, or the girl pays." Rosalie read the message over his shoulder. "He wants to lure you." Caleb turned sharply. "I'm not letting you near him. And I'm not letting you walk into a trap alone," she said firmly. "I choose my own risks." He knew arguing would change nothing. Rosalie Quinn had more fire than half the cowboys in town. The sun dipped low, turning the water copper red as Caleb rode to the bridge. Rosalie followed at a distance, hidden behind the rocks. Briggs stepped from the shadows guard, furious, holding a revolver. "You took my life," Briggs growled. "Now I take yours." Caleb drew his weapon, steady. "It ends tonight." Shots cracked across the canyon. Briggs fired wild and fast. Caleb aimed, careful and true. But just as Briggs got a clear shot at Caleb, Rosalie burst from hiding. "Caleb," she cried. Briggs swung his gun toward her. Caleb moved instantly, shielding Rosalie, firing a single clean shot that struck Briggs' arm, sending the outlaw tumbling to the ground. It was over, truly over this time. Briggs was hauled back to Lockridge with ironclad guards. Silver Creek breathed again. On the quiet walk back to town, Caleb took Rosalie's hand. She squeezed it gently. "You saved my life," he murmured. She smiled softly. "We saved each other." At the ridge overlooking Silver Creek, Caleb stopped, heart pounding. "Rosalie, I don't want to hide what we are anymore. Not from the town, not from your father, not from anyone." She lifted her hand to his cheek. "Then don't." He kissed her slow, full of the promise he'd held for far too long. And for the first time, the future didn't feel uncertain. It felt like a beginning. Mayor Quinn was not an easy man to impress. But when he learned Rosalie had faced down a dangerous outlaw to protect the sheriff, even he softened. If Rosalie loved Caleb Hart, then perhaps Caleb truly was the man the town and she needed. And so Silver Creek settled into a new peace. The outlaw threat was gone, and the sheriff and the mayor's daughter walked the streets without fear or secrecy. Rosalie and Caleb weren't just a forbidden love anymore. They were becoming the heart of the town.
Like and subscribe. Aurora Tale Wild West Romance. God bless.